Friends, in this video, I'll start with the concept of circuit designing and simulation in MATLAB Simulink. As we all know that before simulation, we need to design the circuit. That is, we need to choose proper rating of the elements according to our requirement. So first of all, I'll tell you how to design a circuit. So I have chosen buck converter, for which we'll see the designing process in this video. So here we will see how to practically design a buck converter. That is, if you have been given to design a buck converter with certain input voltage, output voltage, switching frequency, output current with certain appreciable amount of output voltage ripple, then how will you find the value of inductor, capacitor which will be suitable in order to meet these specifications? Moreover, I'll also tell you how to search standard value of capacitor and inductor, MOSFET, diodes, etc., which will be near about to the calculated values, so that you may go and easily buy it from any nearby shop by just telling the shopkeeper the rating of that element. As standard value of these elements are only available at shops, you can't find elements for every value you will calculate. So you need to have some standard ratings of these elements before you go for purchase. So now we'll start with the designing process. So here we will design a buck converter for which the input voltage will be 28 volts, output voltage will be 12 volts, maximum output current will be 10 amperes, switching frequency will be 100 kilohertz, output voltage ripple will be 1% of the output voltage. This all be the specifications for our buck converter. This is how the circuit of a buck converter looks. We will consider the boundary to be at 30% of full load. That is, the converter will slip into DCM mode below 30% of full load when I load is less than 30% of I full load, and similarly it will go into CCM mode and when I load is greater than 30% of I full load. Now moving on to the designing part. As we already know, the input voltage, output voltage, output maximum current, switching frequency, and the output voltage ripple. So output voltage ripple, if calculated, will come out to be 0.12 volts, and for a buck converter the formula for duty cycle is output voltage by input voltage, so it comes out to be 0.4285. Now moving further, so we will calculate the value of L and C, that is inductor and capacitor, at boundary. So why I have considered the boundary condition for deriving the values of L and C? The reason behind this is that if we will consider the CCM mode to find the value of inductor, then we need to have large value of inductor so that inductor may be big enough so that its energy will not be depleted until next charging cycle would occur. So large inductor leads to bulky physical size and price difference too. And if we will consider DCM mode to find the values of L and C, then in this case the RMS value of current is very high, and so it will lead to high power loss and we will need more rugged and expensive device for our device construction. Mode is not used because in normal condition we need not to operate our converter in DCM mode. As a designer, you just need to know that at what value of load current converter will go into DCM. So that is why we used to design L and C values considering boundary condition. So we will consider boundary at 30% of full load. That is, the load current at maximum load current at the boundary condition will be 30% of that at full load. So it will come out to be 3 amperes. So the peak value of the load current will be equal to the peak value of the inductor current, this peak value, and it will be equal to 3 amperes. And similarly the minimum value of the load current will be equal to the minimum value of the inductor current, and that will be equal to 0 amperes at boundary. So current ripple will come out to be 3 minus 0 amps, that is 3 amps. So the average value of the inductor current at boundary will come out to be 1.5 amperes using this formula delta IL by 2. So now we will calculate the inductor and capacitor value. So inductor value can be calculated using this formula and the capacitor value can be calculated using this formula. The inductor current at boundary is given by the ratio of D multiplied by 1 minus D whole multiplied by V in, that is input voltage, whole divided by 2 into inductor value, that is inductor value at the boundary, multiplied by switching frequency. When you will keep the values, as we have already calculated D and V in is already given, and ILV we have calculated in the previous part, and the switching frequency as we know is 100 kilohertz. So LV comes out to be 22.85 microhenry. Similarly, the voltage, output voltage ripple, as we have calculated, it comes out to be 0.12 volts. So using this formula, when we will calculate it, the capacitor value at boundary will come out to be 31.32 microfarad. So for continuous conduction mode, that is CCM. So converter will go into continuous conduction mode when inductor current is more than half of the peak to peak value of the inductor current. That is when IL is greater than delta IL by 2. So let us choose IL equal to 2 amps, which is also equal to I naught, that is the load current. So the value of the load resistance come out to be V naught by I naught, that is load voltage divided by load current. As we all know, 12 volts is the load voltage and 2 amperes we have assumed the load current. So it comes out to be 6 ohm. So according to this, if we'll choose a load resistance of 6 ohms or less than that, our converter will go into CCM mode. Continuous conduction mode, that is DCM. So converter will go into DCM mode when inductor current is less than half of the peak to peak value of the inductor current, that is IL less than delta IL by 2. So for this case, let us choose IL equal to 1 amps, which is also equal to load current. So the value of the load resistance come out to be 12 ohms. Now here in this mode, the output will be more than 12 volts. So we need to do something to bring back our converter output voltage to 12 volts. So we will change the duty ratio. So let us see how we can change the duty ratio for our DCM mode. So this is the formula which we can use. So where K equal to 2 multiplied by LB multiplied by F switching whole divided by R. So we have already calculated the inductor value and we know the switching frequency, and R we have calculated earlier, that is 12 ohms. So K value comes out to be 1.5233. So we will keep this in this formula and we will find the D value. So this will be our new duty ratio. So we can give this new pulses having with this duty ratio to get our required output voltage. So in order to get 12 volts, we need to change our duty ratio to 0.3497. So now how to choose the standard value of inductor, capacitor and MOSFET. As we have already calculated the capacitor value as 31.32 microfarad. And in this circuit, as we can see that the capacitor is in parallel with the load, that is load resistance. So the maximum value of the load resistance we have taken as 12 volts, maximum output voltage is 12 volts. So the same voltage appears across the capacitor. So maximum voltage rating of the capacitor we can take it as 12 volts. And we will search and get the value of 33 microfarad as the standard value. I'll tell you how to check this. Similarly for the inductor, we have calculated the value as 22.85 microhenry. So as we can see, when the switch is on, the current flows like this through the inductor, and when the switch is off, it flows like this through the diode, passing through the inductor and then through the load. So in all the conditions, the load current is same as the inductor current. So the load current as given in the question is 10 amperes. So the if you will keep these values and search according to this, so the standard value of inductor comes out to be 25 microhenry. And for the MOSFET rating, when the switch is off, the input voltage comes across the MOSFET. So the drain to source voltage should be 28 volts or more than this, and the drain to drain current should be 10 amperes, which is the maximum current which flows through this circuit. So now let me tell you how to search this standard values of capacitor and inductor. Type Mauser in the Google search bar. select this link. First of all, we'll check the inductor value. Type inductor. Select fixed inductors. So our inductor value which we have calculated was 22.85 microhenry. So we will take a value which will be greater than this for safety purpose. So we can select 25 microhenry, and the maximum DC current which will pass through it will be 10 amps. So we'll take here as 12.8 amperes as this is only available. So this can be our standard value of the inductor. Similarly for capacitor, we'll search capacitor in the search bar. Select aluminum electrolytic capacitors. Our calculated value was 31.32 microfarad. So we can take it as 33 microfarad, and the DC voltage which was across it was 12 volts. So we can take here at 12.5 or 16. For safety purpose, I'll take 16 volts. So this is the standard value which we can consider. So this was how we got this 33 microfarad and 25 microhenry. Similarly, you can go and ask for the MOSFET with these ratings. So in this video I taught you how to calculate the values of inductor and capacitor for designing a buck converter. From next video I'll teach you how to simulate the circuit of a buck converter to get the required waveforms. So please like, subscribe and share for future updates.